Hi everyone, welcome to Stamping Flair. My name is Rochelle Smith. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne, Australia. And it's Wednesday night here and 7:30 and it's day 4 of my Let's Kiss event where I'm showcasing some projects for Valentine's Day. If you're watching with me, please say hi and just so I know who's watching, and I'd just like to say hi back to you as you're with me. And I'm just waiting a few moments just to see what's going on. And if you're planning to stamp and craft with me, just let me know who's playing along with me. Because so I had put on my previous post just about 45 minutes ago. If you want to create with me today, you just need some paper scraps, pattern paper, preferably in the same suite or coordinating colors, card base to match, and 2 pieces of cardstock measuring 14.2 by 9.9. They are in the same color, but in an alternate color to your card base. So thanks for watching with me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the time you take from your evening and from this middle of the week. It's been a busy day for me today. It's been my day off today, but it says you try to cram in as much. I don't know about you, but I'm sure we'll cram as much as we possibly can, don't we? House stuff and things like that. So I've done lots of traveling too. So I have not chosen my card base, contrary to, but I have chosen my DSP, my designer series paper. So I'm going to work backwards to what I am planning. So this is Bruno Bertucci's scrappy strip technique, which I'm going to use. So this is something I had prepared, and I have just put a sentiment on it. So it just basically uses all your scrappy strips, and it's a really cute technique. I just tried this last week, so I hadn't tried this before. You can also use your scrap cardstock. So I had interspersed it with some cardstock in between. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well. So we'll get to it, and I'll show you what we do. So I have chosen the ice cream paper. So it is purely scraps, and this is how I have it in one of these large ice cream bags, sandwich bags. They may be ice cream bags, but no, they're not. They're sandwich bags. And I have lots of scraps in here, and I might even get some more, but I want something that is a little bit, that's going to cover that way. And I've gone with the shades of the greens and the blues and those stripy different colors, because they have ones in the cinnamon cider and on the orange tones. Excuse the crinkling of the paper, but that's what I've tried to pick. You do need quite a few bits and pieces, so I'll take that, and you could even cut some ice creams. It would be nice. I'll use that bit. So it really uses up your scraps, and it's a great way of using up your scraps. So let's get to it. I forgot to tell you, you need a trimmer. So if you haven't got that, I'll give you a second or a minute to get your trimmer. Wherever you are, in your craft room or in your dining room or wherever you craft, it doesn't matter. Just have fun, enjoy, and it doesn't have to be any particular length, your paper. So what we're doing, there is no method in this. So you're going to cut your paper at angles. So I'm just placing it, and it doesn't have to measure in any way. So that's all I've done. and it's by eye. So I'll do a few in that, and I might do one a little bit like that. It doesn't make much sense now, but it, it will work out in the end. So if you may have tried it, I'm a little bit late to the party, but I'm gonna cut it this way because I want the stripes going the other way. I think that's nice too. So again, just angling it. I just cut that bit off. That's annoying. The trimmer is a fantastic tool to have. Let's try it this way and see how those ice creams look. But I'll probably use the stripes, but we'll see how we go. Might work okay. But you do have those options with your tape. And yes, they are a little bit longer, but it just gives you a little more option when you're pasting it. But you just need whatever. I use the liquid glue, and I'm just going to angle that a bit. Nice. But there is no measurement here, just cutting. And I've got lots of little strips happening here. And then we might try one of these bits of soft paper, and I will cut it in half just to make it easier. It is a lovely technique, and you can decorate, embellish the card in however you like, and I'm just going to show you how to do that as well. And with this ice cream bundle, and I'm going to give you a sneaky peek into my class of the month, which class in the mail, which features this beautiful bundle. Now I'm going to throw in some of this, maybe the green, I think it would be nice. And just might throw in some old olive just to break it up, just some plain old olive or pear pizzazz. Any of those greens match. I'll just grab whatever was in my scrap, and I was looking for a granny apple green, but this came first, so that's what it is. And that's the beauty of this. You could emboss this, and then you'll get a different look altogether as well. So we may start just gluing that down. Bring in a bit of scrap paper, just that will make your life easy. And then I've got my Coastal Cabanas. That's 9.9 by 14.2. For watching this on YouTube, please share it and give it a thumbs up. It all helps me, and it also it just gives me some feedback, and it just is valuable to me. So what I do is I like to line that up with a bit of a border on the side there. So that may go at the end, but I'm just doing it like that. I think I'm going to cut more of these strips because I want that nice spotted paper there. I like that. And you're just lining it up, and you will see that it does not matter one bit that we have not measured this. And until you do it, like you just go, how does that even work? But it just does. It's a very clever technique by Bruno Petrucci. It is easy as well, so that's what makes it nice. And just keep moving it because it does have the glue on the end. So then I'm gonna I have that. I go that way with the skinnier strip. And then I find that doing these ones just give balance a bit. A plain strip. You could do it all in cardstock. Cassidy got L plates today. We have to drive to Leon Gather to get for her to sit them because that was the quickest we could get in. It's like an hour away. So that was a bit exciting. So I'm going to cut a few more of this because I like that spotted paper. Spotted polka dots. So it's coming together like quite well, and I will again bring in some of this. So if the longer strips give you the ability to move it around, so you can get a thinner bit at the top or a thicker bit or whatever you want. I think I'll leave that one. I'll stick with my stripies. And I'll angle that a little more because I want to put some cute angle on that. See if mathematical terms now. And all those bits at the end will cut off at the end, and I will show you how I like to neaten it up. Just make sure you keep lifting it because you could use the silicone mat is probably the best thing to use. It does not stick to that. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Oh, well, better late than never. And then we'll stick that one. Then I'll be able to stick another little one on the side, which I may not even do that because I'm going to cut this down. So we'll see. So we have pretty much covered that. So that's our first bit of the piece of cardstock. You know, I had two. So these are all our little strips we cut. Now we'll make sure it's all glued down nicely. Flip it over, and we're gonna just trim all those bits off. And don't worry if it's not straight. I'm gonna trim it down the cardstock better. So this is gonna be layered because I love my layers. And we're gonna put bows and things like that to make it pretty fine. So now I'm gonna bring this in. I may still put another piece of paper there, but I'm just gonna see how long this is because I'm wanting to cut this down to 13.6. So I purposely made that a bit bigger so I can trim down. So I'm going to bring this down to 13.6. So that gets rid of that excess there. And then I'm going to make this 9.3. But instead of cutting it off one side, I apologize, guys. Did I I did not switch the camera, and that was really stupid. So I'm gonna show you what I had done. That was very silly of me. I'm not gonna watch you doing. Okay, so this was it. That was me. So I will show you this. So this is what I've done. So this is what I have been doing on my own while I've been. And I haven't even. I don't think there are any comments. I'm sorry. Um, I cut cards DSPs. So there was no no specific measurement. So just at angles. So that's what I had done. So the original piece of cardstock I had at Coastal Cabana, they were both the same size, 14.2 by 14.2 by 9.9. Okay, and now I'll show it to you again because I messed up how I layered it. I'll show a few so you can get the gist of what I did. And I just kept going like this. I think I didn't switch my camera and I don't know what I was thinking. Let's see. So sorry. I did that. You can see me, I've done that. Then I'll bring in the next piece. So it's just purely scraps I'm using here. So I cut a whole lot of strips like this. And they are not measured. Some are skinny, some are, and it's just your preference, right? I'll cut a few more so you can see. Then I'll do one of these. The beauty of live television, and I have learned of the hard way this week. But that's okay, we're friends. Often it's like that. It's not all perfect. And televising is not all perfect either. I just wanted that a bit thinner. So I just stick that like that. So you're getting the idea what I did. So just coordinating whatever colors you have. It can be the same type of DSP, it can be a mix of the same pattern, perhaps in different colors. It can be a bright range of DSP. It can be what do I say? It can be cardstock, maybe a neutrals range. You can do something like in coffee colors and things like that. So, and then I cut it down. I trimmed it down to 9.3 by 13.6. I went like this, cut the back off the excess and trimmed it down. So I'm just going to use that as my layer now because that's what I plan to do. So pretend that's not there. And so I'm going to trim that down to 9. I've trimmed that down to 9.3. And now I'm going to do the 13.6. So that's where I ended. So this is not, so I've done 13.6 and 9.3. So when I cut the edges off, you can see it's not quite neat. It does trim the DSP, but I wanted to give it a nice flush edge. So that's why I have the second piece of cardstock. So the original piece is 9.9, so I'm going to take 0.3 millimeters off each side. So it brings it down to 9.6. That's just what I want to do. And it gives it a nice clean edge. So it's just to layer it. And the reason why I chose the same color, because you've layered it on the same color, and then you're gonna have it on the back the same color, so it'll be like a seamless. No one will know that that's a different piece of cardstock or whatever, it looks like the same thing. Now I will add some dimensionals on this. I'm just gonna find some. I've got some small ones here. Who cuts their dimensionals up here? Who uses all the little bits? They're good, aren't they? Make use of them. Let me know if you can see here. Sorry, Karen, I mucked up, didn't I? Karen's good soul, she's here with me, watching me muck up. Okay, it's a nice it's a fun technique. It looks harder than it is, and that's what I like. Like it looks like you spent all this time measuring and everything, and you haven't. Okay. Now I think the ribbon that goes really, really well with this, we'll use. Let's see. We could go with this pretty ribbon. Is this? Just look in this that one, or we'll go with the other one which I had. Oh, the one I'm looking for. I think I've taken it down for some photography. So let's select another one. What can we use? Maybe we'll go with like a coastal fan or something. That wouldn't matter. That might be alright. That's a nice. Oh, do we have old olive? Old olive. We have that ornate garden. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. I think that's nice. That's that reversible ribbon that carried over. What wasn't that? That's a nice ribbon too. Pretty peacock and old olive, so it'll pick up on the greens. So we'll put that. Don't worry about that. That was my second effort at trying to explain what I did when you couldn't see what I was doing. In my wisdom, not turning the camera around. I was immersed in my crafting. So I've just added tear and tape on that for just to have some adhesive. And that's instead of wrapping your ribbon having to use up more, it just saves you some ribbon. For a card base, this is why I said I haven't chosen my card base. So I was thinking perhaps, I'm not sure about that, or we even could go, that does not look bad, not a bad color actually. Okay. Black orange, that's quite nice. So I just over the 10.5 because that just gives us just the 10.5 doesn't quite bend in exact half, so I just go 10.5 and a bit on the trimmer. And we kind of work that out by trial and error, that one. My outline and I there can I work that out. Just so now we can glue that down. So with this, you don't have to do much. I think you just need to leave the background really, that background taut, so to speak, because it's just so not that it's busy, but it's pretty and it's quite an effective background. So I've just glued. So between the two layers there, I just added dimensionals to pop that up. And I will add a glue dot under that because I'm just going to add a bow on there. That side. I don't worry too much about the middle bit being the opposite color. There are ways you can tie the bow so that everything is the same color, but and then I'll just give that a twist as much as I possibly can. I think the beauty of this ribbon is that it has that reversible, what we call the shot loop. So to make your life easy when you are matching colors, just go with the colors on the designer series paper. Stampin' Up! Do a great job with that, so pick up on those colors. So the next thing I thought we could use is, on the Wednesdays is normally my my creative escape on a Wednesday night, but I've had this series going these last 5 days, so, and I've been showcasing a celebration stamp set, and today I thought I'll use a stamp because from the sentiment from approaching perfection, as I was doing this live, so I have not even pull this out. I was working with one earlier and I thought, oh, let me just use that stamp setting. I really haven't used it, anything to be used. So I think this is a bit of a fun one, and I just want to make sure we have um, the punch. So I'm sure we could find something. If not, I think I'm just looking to see. If not, I'm just gonna get the happy birthday. It's simple and easy, and you can even put an ice cream from the bundle which matches with that paper. You can cut the DSP or you can stamp it. Just do whatever is easy for you. Really, you can punch out the DSP straight out to make life easy. The heat getting to us Melburnians, goodness, I'm feeling so tired and hot. Doesn't take much. We haven't had too many hot days, but I'm glad. The heat gets to me. We might put black sentiment just so it stands that we've got all these colors going on. Just keep it simple. So that's the approaching perfection stamp set. Got some fun sentiments in there. And I'll use this stamp as a punch, I think. The Label Me Fancy punch. Just drop off a bit. I think it should work. Let me get it out. It will work. It's just a little bit up. Sorry, the paper was writing again in the camera there. I just snapped it just a little bit to the left. Otherwise it would have been fine. We've got to get it just right. Okay. There we go. So I'd probably bring in a bit of another bit of this blackberry bliss and just layer that under, because I told you I like layering and it just makes it pop just so much more. And just lift it. So I just punch out another one of them. Add a little bit of glue on the back. You can see why you have to be careful with that. That has, like, it just oozes out. Don't press, because I had a lot. I'm just trying not to press it too hard because it'll just come up the sides and everywhere. And then that on that side, and it gives it a nice little layer. And you can do that with, I would say, most of your punches. In some way, you'll be able to layer it. And that makes it. I hope you enjoyed this technique. It's new to me. I've seen it done, but I hadn't tried it. And I thought, you know, nice. Someone may have not tried it as well. I was talking to Beth last night, and she goes, "Oh, you should try that. That's something different." And, I said, "I've got this other thing." Do you like the blackberry bliss against all those greens and blues? I think it's nice. It pops against those colors. It's not something you would think to do, but when you pick up on the DSP, you can see it there, can't you? How it just picks up that color. And then you can put, I think you can maybe put some extra embellishments, put some of those rhinestones or something like that. Just add a bit extra. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Our fourth day of our series. Oh, who's on with me? Someone's here. Nick and Dell. Thanks for watching with me and sharing your evening. Another fun evening. It's been fun creating, like using up my scraps too. That's been a lot of fun, and just trying out different combinations. And I've got to use up lots of my scraps. And I hope you had a chance to use up some scraps too. And maybe if you made it a card during this session, or you're going to do one, why don't you put it up in the comments? I'd love to see it, and maybe then we can all be inspired by each other's cards. That would be great. So hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks guys for watching and sharing your time with me. Bye.